welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Princess Monet, and today I'm back with another video. I just straightened my hair. I did a TikTok, so I love when my hair is straight. I literally feel like such a different person. I was showing off my bags because next week is Valentine's Day, so I wanted people to know that if you order it by today, tomorrow, or the following day, you can get it on time for Valentine's Day. The link is going to be in my description. So I knew I wanted to film today, I just didn't know what, and then I was looking at a couple of story times that I could do, because if you guys know me, especially the close people around me, they probably know all these stories, but regardless, you guys probably don't know this story. And I went through so freaking much years ago, and even now, but back then, I think when I was like, I was gonna say what year it was, but I'm not even about to do that, so I'm gonna avoid people hitting me up. Anyways, I'm gonna jump right into it. This story is gonna be the story about the time that I was talking to a guy that was on probation, and eventually his sisters wanted to jump me. Let me get my blanket so I could be a little comfy while I'm telling this story, because this story is interesting. I'm trying to think if I should tell the backstory to this story, but it's hella messy, so I don't know if I should. Alright, so I was trying to think of names, but I think I'm just gonna go with Tommy, only because you know how the show goes, and you know Tommy, he's crazy, and that person that I'm gonna talk about is crazy, so I'm just gonna go with Tommy. So for this video, I'm not really gonna go into details onto how me and Tommy started talking again, because I did talk to him when I was like much younger, and then years later a situation happened, we started talking again. So when I say me and Tommy were just talking, we actually were just talking. Like, we definitely had like a thing for each other, but we were taking things slow. Like, he was heavy into his sports, so everything was like about the sport that he loved. So I would go to his games. I'm not gonna say which type of games they were or what sport, whatever. I knew Tommy had siblings, but they were never like at the games, well, the ones that I was at, so I didn't see them. But then one day, you know, he asked me to go to his house, so I met up with him at the train station, took the train to his house, and all right, his siblings were not there. So we just went into the room, we hung out. Were we watching TV? I don't even know if there was a TV in the room, to be honest, but we were chatting. We didn't do anything. If you guys were wondering like if we were in the room doing stuff, we were not. A couple of hours later, his mom comes in, his siblings come in, and I hear them, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I wanted to leave before they got there, because I totally wanted to avoid seeing anybody, because the way my anxiety is set up, I just wanted to avoid people in general. So I was like, oh my god, like, I will literally stay here. I will not use the bathroom. I will not leave until everybody goes to sleep. And he's like, yo, they go to sleep mad late, so you're gonna be here like for this long? Like, don't do that. Just come out, like, just say hi. And I was like, oh my god, fine. So much later, I exposed myself out the room. They said hello. They weren't like too welcoming, which is cool. I understand that. Like, I'm just this random new girl coming out of your son's room. They probably thought we were doing something. Who knows? Like, I know I didn't do anything, so I was good, but I know as a mother, I'm just like, oh my god. But then again, the way that I also looked at it was like, yo, if he's bringing me to his house like with no problem, then he's probably brought plenty of girls here before. I'm not too sure, but the way that they reacted was like another one. Anywho, him and his siblings started arguing over something, and I was like, this is getting a little bit too much, so I'm about to head out, because their arguments were extreme. Like, they looked like they were about to legit fight each other. And when I say siblings, I mean sisters. Like, him and his sisters, like, they were dead ass about to fight, and they were just hella loud, and they looked like they really about that life. And I was just like, yeah, I'm about to head out, because it's already getting late and I needed to be home, because I had to take the train home by myself. Which, did I have my car back? Yo, I definitely had my car back then, because I used to pick people up, but I didn't have it then. I remember taking the train like to his house. Was I coming? Where the fuck was I coming from? I truly cannot remember where I used to be coming from that I was taking the train instead of my car. Definitely had my car by then. But anyway, so yeah, I headed out, because like I said, they were about to fight, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to be around this. So I went home. We used to still talk every single day. I really liked him, just because I really liked the fact that he was so funny. Like, he could make me laugh with tears coming down my eyes. Like, that was my favorite thing about hanging out with him. And so I really enjoyed his company. So the next week, I invited him over to my grandmother's house, because I definitely was staying with my grandmother at that time. actually my whole family was, because we had to leave the apartment that we were in basically my whole life. So we all had to move in my grandmother's 2-bedroom apartment. Mad people. But anyways, I let my mom know ahead of time that he was on probation. And let me tell you something, I told her why he was on probation. I'm just not gonna tell you guys why he was on probation, because it's OD. Just because that's his personal, like, I'm not trying to go there. Like, I'm telling my side of the story, but I definitely don't want to put his personal business out there, especially that. I'll just say it's not something super light. He was locked up for a while. Anyway, I was thinking my mother was gonna be like, definitely he's not coming in the house, but she totally was with it. She allowed him in, she cooked dinner for him, and we just had a good time. So my mother really enjoyed his company, him coming over that day, so much that she even wanted to like go to his games, which she did go with me. But that night after dinner, he had to be home by 8 o'clock. So he's on probation. He has to be home every single day at 8 p.m. He has to go home. I mean, he has to go, wait, how do I say it? He was home, he has to go straight to work. He could hang out just for a little bit, but then he has to go straight back. And on some days, he just had to go to work and home. So on that day, he was able, I guess, to hang out or whatever the case was, but he had to be home by 8 o'clock. So deuces. So that's how things were hanging out with him. But now I'm going to fast forward all the way until the point of the story that I said that his sisters wanted to jump me. So since me and Tommy were talking like every day, hanging out all the time, we decided to spend Halloween together, which is my favorite holiday. Like, I was so ready. My aunt was doing a party, like back then she had a party every single year, a Halloween party at her house. So she was like, bring him. I think she met him before that, I'm pretty sure, and she also really liked him. So he definitely was invited, and everyone that was over there, like a lot of my family members, they did meet him. He's hilarious. Everyone said the same thing. They loved him. It was amazing. We were really enjoying our time together, that we both did not want the night to end. So I know he's supposed to go home, but he made the decision to stay. Me being a really good friend, I let him know, listen, I'm not trying to get in no problems. Like, if you have to go, which you do, I really think you should, I'll get you a cab. Like, if you don't want to take the train, that's totally fine. And everyone has been drinking, so I really can't offer anybody to drive you, but you know, you can get a cab home. Tommy wanted to continue the night. He said that his probation officer was going to be totally fine with it, that he's mad cool, and that they weren't going to mind that he was out. He was just going to say that he was with family, and that's that. My aunt's party started getting real crazy, and by the end of the night, some people, a lot of people, didn't even leave. So usually everyone will go home, but this time it wasn't the case. There were people all over the couches, there were people at the table. So me and him were like, where the are we gonna sleep right now? Because I'm not leaving. Like, my plans were to stay. Your plans, I don't know if his plans were to stay with me this whole time, but the thing is, there was no room. So we definitely like went on the floor. We were looking all over the place for blankets. We got a couple towels, we had a sheet. It was so freezing, but we had to do what we had to do. We literally laid on the floor and cuddled mad close to each other, and we were trying to sleep. I remember probably getting like 2 hours of sleep, and I know his phone kept going off and going off and going off and going off. He told me that his sisters were looking for him, but he was not in the mood to even talk to them, so he kept dubbing them. So I was just like, oh my god, like, I really don't want him to get in trouble. And then all of a sudden, my phone starts going off. My phone starts going off. It's like 7 in the morning and my phone does not shut up. Numbers I've never seen a day in my life. Then I noticed a number that I do recognize, and it's a mutual friend of ours. That's where the story is messy, and I'm not gonna tell that story in this story because that's too much. But that person, how do I say this? The person that was calling me, that I recognized his number, I knew him very well. I used to talk to him. So the thing is, I was like, why is he calling me right now? Like, so the guy that was calling my phone number was like, where's, oh my god, I almost said his name. I was literally about to say his name. The guy that called my phone was like, yo, where's Tommy? His sisters are calling me, they're all looking for him. So I was like, he's right here. Like, everyone needs to relax. Like, he's grown, he made this decision. Like, I told him to go home, but he didn't want to listen to me. So I woke him up, and he was really not trying to hear. Like, he just wanted to sleep. So whatever, I told that person, I said, yo, did you give blah 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 my number? Because why am I getting all these random numbers? Like, it's not making no sense to me. And he was like, yeah, well, they asked me for your number and I gave it to them. I'm gonna talk about that guy in another story because I have stories with him. But anyway, for this story, I was really upset at him because I was just like, damn, you really throwing me under the bus. Like, you should have never gave them my number. Like, especially, you know what he was gonna be. Like, you knew where he was at, so you knew he was gonna be okay. So why would you give them my number, especially knowing like how crazy they are? Like, I really didn't want them to have my number, but they had it. So since I didn't respond to those calls and those text messages, they got me on Instagram. So all my DMs were flooded like, yo, I'ma beat your ass. Have my brother call me right now. I'm not playing with you, you stupid. Pick up your phone, I'm not playing with you. You're gonna be the reason why my brother gets locked up. You're gonna be the reason why I don't see my brother no more. You're gonna be the reason why my brother gets locked up for life. Like, you really playing with people. Yo, and I was like, wake up, wake up, wake the up. Do me a favor, can you call your sisters? Because I'm not saying his name, but he gave them my number, and now they keep calling me, and now they DMing me, calling me this, calling me that, saying that you, whatever, telling him everything. And I was like, you need to check that, because this is your fault. Like, you're the one who wanted to stay. I understand we had a great time, but we could have had a great time from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like, you should have went home. So I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this right here, this is too much for me, because they know a lot of people and they're already crazy on their own, and they think probably the worst of me when they don't even know the story. And a part of me is like, if I even explain to them, they're not gonna believe me, so it's not even worth it. So that was like the main reason why I felt back, because I'll be honest, I saw him more as like a friend. I definitely, since I didn't do anything with him, so I wasn't sure of where that was headed. But even if it was going in that direction eventually, that shit ended right there, because that was just too much for me. And then not for nothing, but I'm gonna just say it right now, the guy that was calling me used to be like, yo, excuse me, he used to be like, yo, you know Tommy got a girl at the park, right? Or, you know, this girl's coming to see Tommy today at the game, right? And I used to be like, all right, like, he's not my man, so he could do what he wants. It's just that Tommy was lying to me, telling me I'm the only one, and this and this and that. So for sure, that situation was like, I gotta go, I gotta head out, I gotta be out of here. Not for nothing, a couple years ago, I was at the park for my brother's baseball game, and I saw the girls, like I saw his sisters, because he has more than one, and they kept passing me like maybe 4 times. And I was with my ex at that time, and he knew the story, so he was not playing around. He really had damn, my throat. So he literally went in front of me, because he was like, yo, I'm not playing this, because he could feel the vibes. Just like I felt them, he felt them. They looked like they still wanted to try and fight me after. This is years ago. Like, I never got your brother locked up, like, settle down. But yeah, I had a feeling since they saw me with my whole family, it wasn't gonna be a thing. But when I tell you they really wanted to put their hands on me, they really did. But that's the end of that story. And Tommy, since you follow me, if you feel like this video is about you, it's about you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like my story times, comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to see more, because I have too many, like too freaking many. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the video off here. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, and whatever other social media that I have. Everything's gonna be linked down below. Don't forget to check out my website, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.